Hello. We are definitely in the energies of the eclipse, which is actually tomorrow. And one of the things I wanted to point out is a little heads up for Friday. On Friday, we have Mars entering its shadow. So it's actually at 11:40 in the evening Central Time. So it will be 040 for the new day uh, for Saturday for the East Coast. So this is important because this gives you a taste of what may be the subjects that you're going to be dealing with while it is in its shadow up until October. No, it starts its shadow on the 6th on the East Coast, and yeah, and then it will be in effect until December 6th. No, I'm sorry. December 4th is when it goes into retrograde at 6 degrees of Leo. But up until that time, up until like the end of November, it will be in its shadow, which is going to be all this interesting energy out in the zeitgeist about elections and rumors of wars. Um, but look to what's going on with you personally, because this is going to be a very, very personal time. I believe that Mars going retrograde in Cancer is about us dealing with our childhood traumas. And maybe what is going to be happening in the collective is going to be triggering for us. So I wanted to bring that out because there's a long time that we may be dealing with this energy, because really it won't finish up until about April or May when it goes retrogrades back. And in February, it will be going direct, and then it has to go back over all those degrees. So between 17 degrees of Cancer and 6 degrees of Leo is where that energy will be at. And I do think that it's about us dealing with the past, or not only this past, but past lives, karma, from ancestors, ancestral trauma. I really think that is something that we're going to have to look at as well. So be prepared for whatever may come up between now and December 4th that you might find fits those categories, I would say. You also need to look at what houses Cancer and Leo are for you. And that will tell you an even more specific story as to what's going on. So the underside of the deck is enter one step forward, one step onward. Very Mars, Marchy kind of energy, right? Um, it's something that anytime Mars goes into retrograde, it affects everyone. But if you have particularly strong bonds with Mars, say that Aries rising or Scorpio rising, you're going to be very affected. Also, if you have planets in the areas that will be going, I would say this: those degrees between 17 and 6. You need to look at what's going to be squaring in the chart. So any of the signs that are fixed signs, like Leo is, it would be up to 6 degrees. Any of the signs that are cardinal, like Cancer is, Cancer, Aries, Capricorn, Libra, right? Any of those degrees from 17 to 0 of Leo, 29 degrees of Cancer, those are all going to be square. So any planets that you have in those particular degrees and their cardinal signs, so it's going to be a big deal for you. Pay attention. Pay attention to the energy and what houses those are in for you. So each evolutionary turn requires you to give up who you think you are. Yes. And the collective is going through a big transition right now, and the activated ally. Fortunately, you will have an activated ally. Usually that can be either I'm sorry, I won't say. There's a card that says ancestors. And one time I said ancestors for the activated ally, and I got corrected. Guides and angels for the activated ally. The ancestors have their own card, according to someone, um, in this particular deck. So you have guides and angels that will be helping you out. Right into this reality. Do keep a journal. Do set intentions. You should always put Mars to work. You should always give Mars a job. You should always be physically active when Mars is active in your chart, um, because that'll take some of the sting out of what Mars can do. It is a malefic, and it is there to teach you a lesson the easy way or the hard way. So be aware of that. Okay, I do want to use my favorite tarot deck. So let's take a look. Well, we've got the energy of Mars entering its shadow. Mars entering its shadow. This is the Light Seers Tarot. So that link will be down below if you're interested in the deck. Ooh, did you see what kind of peeked out at me? The Magician. Gemini energy. Nice. Very nice. Mercury is that ruler. I don't think that affects. I really don't get that feeling right now of that being the big part of the energy of the going into the shadow. Activated ally. Okay. Yeah, here we go. You're a bit of a mess. Okay. Underside of the deck, recognition. Enter one step forward, one step onward. There is success here, right? If you keep moving forward, just keep moving forward, you will definitely have success. Definitely. Okay. Judgment. This is very Hekate energy. This is about making decisions, changing paths. What have you always wanted to do? We will find that a lot of jobs will be changing, that AI is going to make a difference in the workforce, and that people will find themselves with extra time. And what do you want to do with that time? Do you want to put it towards doing what you always wanted to do, whether that's travel, whether that's learn something, um, explore any particular topic that you want to work on, play music, hang out with your friends, go camping? What is it that you want to do? What is your dream? And I think that and this is under each evolutionary turn, requires you to give up who you think you are, right? Anything is possible. Anything is possible. The Lover's card. Earlier this year, Louise Eddington and I did a video called Fools and Lovers, because it was dealing with 0 degrees of Aquarius and 6 degrees of Aquarius. And 6 degrees is where both Venus and Mars were conjunct on 22nd of February. And Mars will be at 6 degrees of Leo, directly opposite that degree. And I believe, let me give you the date, because Venus and Mars will be in a trine. Yes. Venus Mars trine on the 8th. So that would be at 6:21 a.m. on the 8th of October. Right about the time Jupiter, I believe, is getting ready to go retrograde. That might be on the 9th. Yeah. So that's on the 8th. Yeah. And Mercury and Jupiter are also in a trine that day. So very strong energy out there, and utilize that, right? It's also about making decisions. Look at this, the activated ally. Could be more than just guides and angels. So right into reality. Ooh, it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard in the collective. It's going to be disappointing. There are things that we're going to be forced to deal with. It's not going to be easy. But one of the things you can do is write and release and movement. What comes after the sun? Keeping that higher connection. That's what's going to help. Knowing that you're on a higher timeline, and this is coming right underneath the Judgment card. So of the cards that came out from the top of the deck, we have 3 that are major arcana and 1 that is not. So Mars is going to be a big deal. And by the way, Venus and Mars are lovers in astrology. So 6 of Swords, moving into calmer waters. Leaving behind a place that is no longer fruitful for you, right? Moving forward. 10 of Swords. See over here, you have the 3 of Swords and then the 10 of Swords. This is an ending. This is an ending. And release with as much grace as you possibly can and move forward. Move forward into that sunrise. So what else do we have going on here? Ace of Cups. Wow. So I am very encouraged. I'm very encouraged by this energy. You know, you have making decisions to go forward, keeping that connection and keeping your heart space open. That's how you raise your vibration and keep moving forward. You get the 8 of Wands, messages coming in quickly, things happening quickly. The activated ally, I think that moves you into this energy, right? Activated ally, going into calmer waters, messages coming through. I want to see what ends up here. Chariot, interesting energy. So write this into reality. It's like this ending that happens. Don't forget about it, but move forward from it, right? The Chariot, move forward from it. Don't forget about what's ended. Make that a lesson that has come forward and that you can take forward with you. I think that is truly that value. And then I feel like you just you move forward. You're not forgetting about it, but you're just moving on. This energy of disappointment, heartbreak. And then knowing that it's time to go. And that is something that you can, it's a disappointment for you personally, but I feel like then you move on. It's tying into me with this now that I'm listening a little bit here. It's tying into that energy of Mars is going to be bringing up childhood trauma. And I think you should write. I think you should write things down. I think you should get it out. Just like Chiron cleans out wounds, in order to get them to heal, you have to get it out, clean it out. We will be having, for about 3 weeks, we will be having Jupiter in a sextile to Chiron. They're both going to be working with each other. So this is a great opportunity with a benefic to work on some of the things that Mars will be bringing out and to help you heal a little bit better. So, do we have any other advice? Any other advice? Five of Pentacles, feeling left on the outside. I think I think that feeling is going to come up. Oop. But new things are starting. New things are starting. And this is like physical new things starting. A new business, a new place to live, new work, new love. Don't forget, we all already had the Ace of Cups. And we get this. We get this again. Aquarius. Aquarius energy. The star. Healing. So a lot of this is going to definitely be pertaining to healing. So the best thing to do with Mars, though, is set an intention for what you want to accomplish with this Mars energy, and utilize being physically active in one way or another, whatever way you prefer, and also writing things down, getting things out, cleaning things up. Um, Mars in Cancer is very protective energy. It would be like the mama bear energy that, you don't want to threaten someone with Mars in Cancer. You don't want to threaten their home or family or anything like that, because they will not give up. And you need to use some of the Mars energy and wear some of it out a little bit. Because I think if you don't, then you might have, a trigger. There's something that may trigger you, probably will trigger you, that's going to be coming up. And in order to allow you to heal, I think you need to use different modalities to writing things down, physically exercise, and grounding energy, and even meditation, right? So there are great possibilities for healing here. I do want to use the Shaman's Dream Oracle and get a last message from that. So this is very definitely strong energy. Mars is going to be very, very strong. It's going to be in a cardinal sign. So, but take a look at the house that it's in for you. That's important. That's important energy. Okay. You want to volunteer? Shaman's Dream Oracle. This is a beautiful deck by Colette Baron Reed. It's very powerful. Whale song resonating. Whale song resonating. Remembering, harmonizing, resonating. There are moments in life when you have a sense of deja vu, that you visited this place, these feelings, this person before, and you know that a new opportunity to dance has come round again. Yet there is a haunting quality to this, a melancholy, as life's mysterious fragility is also underlined, like a whale song that pleads for its simple notes to be matched by another. You have a short time to capture this essence and let it resonate in a way that is potentially transformative, but only if you don't turn away. Sometimes you may forget the moments of your humanity, your truest desires, because you've become so earthbound and calculating, striving and doing. You're so overstimulated by the chase and what you're exposed to that you forget your heart. Now it's time to jump in the water and play, and be reminded of your creative self, your collaborative impulse to sing along, seeking harmony, beauty, purpose, and meaning. At this moment, this is your exact invitation. You will achieve more than the plans you set in motion if you use this opportunity to explore, be curious, and take a much needed break from what your mind thinks it needs to accomplish. Your heart is calling. Answer it, right? Your heart is calling. Go accomplish your dreams. I'll see you tomorrow.